guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a highlight retouch. As you can see, she has a lot of regrowth. She hasn't been in since April, but no worries, we're going to brighten her right up. So she does like a rootier blonde, so we aren't going to bring the highlights all the way up in all of the foils, but around the hairline, which is where I'm going to start, I'm bringing it all the way up because I want this to be the brightest section. So I typically do like 3 or 4 back-to-back foils right here at an angle, and then I'm going to start making my way around her hairline and just keep doing foils back to back so you get a good little base there of nice and bright foils. And then I'm going to start on the sides and move to the back. So I'm not doing a full highlight today, it's just going to be a partial. So I'm also going to show you how I transition the hair that I'm not going to be lightening to the hair that is going to be lightened, because you don't want to go straight all the way up to the scalp right next to the hair you're not lightening, because then you're just going to have a defined dark spot and light spot. So you want that to blend as you go up. So I will show you that when I get back there, but for right now we're just doing the hairline first, getting that nice and bright and beautiful for that pop of money piece or statement piece right there. So I do the sides right here at an angle, and then I do a little bit around the depth or the deep parts of her hairline. As you can see, her hairline goes back pretty far in 2 of the sides. That's okay because we can just highlight those 2 and do like a crossover section. So I'll show you that. I did 1 on the other side, as you saw. I did 3 just like this, and then I did 1 kind of connecting. So then after I do these first couple sections here, I'm going to move over to right on top of her forehead in front, where there's going to be that statement piece, and I'm going to do, I think I do 3 back-to-back foils there just to get that super bright around there, and then I'll move on to the sides in a minute. Okay, so now I'm going to section over to the side. So what I do is I go from the back of her part and go straight down to right above the ear. And then as you can see, it's almost almost touching that foil there. So I'm going to take that little corner section and do it at an angle still. I'm going to work my way up the head and go slightly like moving it to horizontal. So I start at angles and then it slowly goes horizontally as I get closer up to the head. And as you can see, I'm not bringing these all the way tight up to the head. I'm brushing my brush backwards so it slowly and gradually goes to the top of the head or to the scalp area, because I still want this to be a root. I want there to be like a rooty blonde. So some are going to, like the pieces at the very top are going to go very close to the head, like the scalp, but the ones under here I'm leaving a little more dark near the root because I want to add that, I want to have some of that base in there, and then I'm going to go in and add more of that base once we get to the bowl to tone. So I do this up both sides of the head. now I'm going to section for the back. So this is just a partial, remember, so I'm not starting at the nape, I'm starting halfway down the head, and I'm going to section it into 2 sections, so starting with this side. And what I do to connect, see how low that blonde starts? And I don't want to put a foil right here and make it go all the way up to the scalp because then it's too harsh of a line. So what I do is I start painting on the lightener like right above the blonde, and I like bring my brush backwards up towards the scalp so it fades in there nicely. And as I go up the head, I'm going to slowly bring that closer and closer to the scalp so that by the time I get to the top of this section, the lightener is going all the way to the top of the scalp. Same kind of method as I did on the sides, but a little bit more extreme because the backs are a bigger section and there's more dark back here. So I do that on both sides. And so this is me blow drying. You'll see me blow dry her whole hair. So what I did for a toner is at the bowl for her root toner, I did equal parts 7N and 7P by Shades EQ. That is like one of my go-to root toners for bright blondes. I love it. I think it works great and looks so beautiful. And so that's what I did there. And then for her mid and ends, I mixed equal parts 9P and 9GI. So 9P, 9GI for her, the rest of her head. And I put on the root first with a brush and let that sit for about 5 minutes, and then I put on the ends toner over top of that and blended those two together, and I let the ends toner sit for about 5 to 7 minutes as well. And then I'm just trimming up those ends, get them nice and even. We didn't really want to take off much length, just make it look really nice and clean. I'm doing a little bit of face framing around her face just to connect everything and make it look like she went and got her hair done. And then in the back, what I do is I bring these sections up and just do a light dusting over the top just to create a slight layering effect, but I'm not taking out layers. I'm just making sure the hair lays nice and pretty. And then that is it for this color. It turned out so beautiful, so natural, so soft, well needed retouch from what she had before, and we just loved it and thought it looked so beautiful. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Your support is awesome, and I love you all so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!